everyone, here I am again, I'm Emmy, and Theo is going to give me a lovely new haircut with some colors, I suppose, but that's still going to be a surprise for me. So I'm first going to turn and show you my haircut that he made about 2 months ago, which I'm still very happy with though. Yeah.
Thank you very much.
Thank you, Theo.
And then a packet for China.
Yes. So next Friday we're going to China, so Theo is going to cut my hair short, so we'll have a good haircut.
Let's start. Hello friends on YouTube, gonna do Emmy's hair again. That's always party time when she's here.
Party!
And the boyfriend is also here, Joost. He goes also to China.
Yeah.
And I stay at home.
But we'll send you photos.
Well, I was in London last week, so that was also exciting.
And that looked awesome.
I did. I love London, by the way. People are very friendly, open, and they help you a lot. So if you don't know what you or need to do, you just ask, and they always help you. It's a very nice people. I told my wife, she said, go live in London, but that I won't do. Start by wetting this. Now Emmy loves this hairstyle, so it won't change a lot on this. But we leave it a little bit longer because it's now winter time, and also in China it will be winter. That's for sure.
Yeah.
When we go to the east, we certainly going to be in China sometime. I spray on her because I want to get the strength into her hair. This is a protein spray of Keunen, but I put a silver toner in it. So I also adapt the color into the proteins, so get better hair as a result, but also I reduce the yellow tones in the ends.
Even before dyeing? Even
before. Protein spray gives the hair a hard feeling, but it is not the problem, because she can it needs this.
Yeah.
But when you use too much of it, it will be too hard, and then your hair can be breaking off. So then you need a moisturized product, because moist always gives flexibility to the hair. Now I show you how the hair was in the line of the hair, so I turn around so you get also the reflection of the color. And here it's gonna work in. I don't want a stiff line in it, just all playable, so I start on top, leaving a bit of length on the front. She has also a fringe, and they are going to be the colors. I work a little bit in a circle. So I start here, and now I have my comb straight in your vision. So this line. Then I lay it aside, take a ½ centimeter on it, lay it in the same line, but now I'm going to turn. So I turn away from you, so I get a nice circle of cutting. Also in the line of the shapes of the skull. Kijk of ik hoog genoeg zat. Ik had ook de krant nog meegenomen, hè?
Krant?
Ja, ik had in de krant gestaan.
Alweer?
Ja, alweer.
Nice.
Hele pagina.
Welke krant?
Gelderlander en AD.
Oh, dat is leuk, die heb ik helemaal gemist. Ja, wij hebben ook niet een krant thuis. Maar...
What you can see is that I work from the crown area. So I circle around on the lines of the crown area. Then I'm sure that I have all the lines in that line laying. Then lay the hairs in the natural lines. Go to the center on the back. Take the hairs up, because now I have a guideline on top. Take my fingers, leaning on her skull, and creating the new line again. And every time watch at the roundings of the skull. I think that's the most important thing. Because then you get a hairstyle that can last for 2 months.
That's why it still looks good.
Yeah, it does.
So when you cut my hair, do you have a like a perfect picture of what it should look like in the end?
I have a vision of course, because first thing I do is watching in your eyes and see how much power they have, because the hairstyle will be always related to the power you send to the world. When you have less power in your eyes, I give you a hairstyle that gives a bit the feeling of laying back. But when you're strong, I can do anything on your hair, because you will always be the guiding person under the hairstyle. But I let it flow, because I watch with my eyes, but I try to connect with my soul. So every time I do this, I try to fall in love a bit with the person I do, and I watch at the beautiful lines you have. So I watch at your ears, I watch at the skin, I watch at your tenderness, because as a woman you have a nice soft skin. Yeah. So there's a lot of things that give emotion to the hairstyle, but they are just in my soul, so I can feel it. And I think the feeling around the hairstyle is the most important thing, because this gives it flow. Yeah. And this gives also a hairstyle that's made with love and not with thoughts. Yeah. And that's different, because my hands can cut even without thinking, because I did it so much and so often.
Yeah, you've had a lot of practice.
Yeah, they are just in the flow.
Over the years. Yeah. So it means that you have a vision, but it's not, you don't know exactly what will turn out to be.
No, because then I have to go into the lines of the skull. Yeah. They will certainly tell me that. But I also can adopt the feeling. So when I go into a feeling with a certain line, so now, for example, we go for Pixie. I don't like names on a hairstyle, because I think they're a bit weird. Because a hairstyle is a hairstyle, and we can give it all names, but that's because other people just want it. Yeah. But I think every hairstyle is something on their own. But that is for me as a person. Yeah. It's not because other people think it's necessary to give it names, so we give it names. But for me, it's just a feeling what I get when I do your hair. So it's not really related to a name. But I know, because others tell me this is a pixie hairstyle. I know it's a pixie hairstyle. I'm working on a pixie hairstyle, but in my mind it never comes up, because I just go into the flow, the feeling.
So actually you look at what happens underneath your hands.
Yeah, and the movement of the hair. Because I let myself guide by the shapes of the skull. And that you can see it with your eyes, but it's also a feeling, because I'm just like sculpting with clay. Yeah. I adapt the lines, you beautiful lines, into your hairstyle, and then you get a strong hairstyle, because I cannot change the shapes of your skull. I would need a hammer or something like that, but I think most customers don't like that. So I don't use that. But it is possible, but I'm also a construction builder, so we can do it with a hammer, but I think it brings nothing.
Yeah, but that's interesting actually, because I know you were a construction builder before, but this is something that you learn a certain skill, more or less, and it's less about feeling and creating. Like, how did you change? How did you make the shift?
In my case, it started as a hobby. I wanted to be a hairdresser from my 4th birthday, so around 4 years old. Yeah. So we had a barber shop in our small town where I lived, and I may come there as often as I wanted to, because he loved it, and he was a friend of my father. So I could sit down with my curly hair and wait and wait.
Curly hair? Wait,
yeah, curly. A lot of curls when I was young, blonde curls. Okay. And then when farmers came in, because it's a small town and there were a lot of farmers, they always in a hurry. Yeah. But then I earned 10 cents because I let them first. But I didn't need a haircut. I just was something in the shop. Yeah. So I had also a profession of it. And that was very fun to do. And there started my love for being a hairdresser, because my love for being a hairdresser is not being a hairdresser, my love is for you. And that's what I didn't find in being a construction builder. Yeah. So in construction you have metals, and I love metals too, because I think there's the most wonderful things there are. Because I always see my sisters, for example, as a wife. As a woman. Yeah. Because when you want to change the shape of a scissor, you have to heat it up. And that's the same with love. You first have to heat it up, otherwise it brings nothing. For us guys, it's easier to do. We have a small trigger, and it goes very fast. But for women, you have to be tender, lovely, sensitive, get into the mood, give compliments. So you start bending by making it warm, and then you have a good relation. It's the same with doing hair.
Yeah.
Is that all you want to know?
No, but I think it's fascinating because, you know, when I'm teaching creativity and innovation and design thinking, I'm telling some participants of workshops, for example, to look instead of think. So to not only think about what the outcome will be, and not only research with your head, but also with your hands, and look at what's happening underneath your hands. And I think that's very much in line with what you say while you're actually cutting people's hair.
Yeah, but there's of course then you work a lot of two dimensions, flat things, and I do a lot in 3D because you are not a flat person. But when I make a drawing, sometimes I get a feeling at night, and I have always paper beside my bed, so I drone the thing. I think. Otherwise, I cannot sleep anymore. I circle around all night.
So important. To keep a notepad with you. Yeah. Everywhere you go, probably.
Yeah,
or only
everywhere. But most. Yeah, I also have the luck that I'm being dyslexic. So in that case, you always remember almost everything. It stays in your head forever. So when you don't write it up, it will circle around as long as you live.
You have to clear your mind as well in order to create. Definitely. And because you told me behind the scenes already that you are thinking about giving me some blue tones today. But it's with a new product, right? So how do you work with new products? Because when we're talking about new materials, sometimes it's quite scary to work with new materials for some people. Because there's always a risk of failure, but if you have a lot of experience, this risk is very little. But how do you work with that? How do you make sure that it's working for you, and how does it help you?
And not against me.
And how does it also help you?
Sometimes it's hard because we have, of course, always to work with rest products, and colors, especially hair colors, are oxidants, so they stay in the hair for a very long time. Normally, when you have virgin hair, that's never been colored or done to it, you can do a lot. But if it's not the case, every time you go in with peroxide, you activate the old colors again, so you get a rust color. That's why a lot of people have brownish, orange colors. And there are a lot of hairdressers in the world who only do virgin hair, but then it's not very hard to make a wonderful color. But when you do it on girls that have sometimes 7, 8, 12 shades, because every time they have outgrow of a half centimeter, they go to the shop and buy
and then
new
you
color.
have this kind of rainbow of colors. Well, rainbow, not bright colors, but
in rest colors, oxidant colors. So it's very hard to do to be a hairdresser. And I see also people come to the shop with photos of wigs. And on a wig, everything is possible because it's not hair; it's a plastic. So when you use a wig, for example, to go to the hairdressers, it's very hard for a hairdresser to make that possible. And I think a lot of hairdressers are scared to show everything on YouTube. I let also see my failures, but when you would go to the start of the video, I would explain in front of it what can happen. But I want to show you that because I always work for the best result, and if it happens, it's still a good hairstyle and still a good color. But there will be slight disturbance things in color.
Well, and maybe you have to do some iterations while you're working.
But sometimes you have also to work on hairstyle 3-4 times, because every time you put a peroxide on it, it will activate again.
Definitely.
So you cannot, I can do it because when I want to get rid of a color into your hair, I can use a perm lotion, for example. But I'm also certain that it damages your hair a lot. Because perm lotions break down the colors.
You want to avoid that, of course, for the health of the hair.
I don't want that.
I see.
Especially not for those who are always commenting negative and just blah blah around and have themselves nothing on YouTube or on any channel, even on Facebook. They are the shouters that shout the hardest.
Yeah.
They make a lot of noise, and when you click on their name, you never see anything they do.
No, it's maybe also, it comes out of fear maybe of not being able to do it themselves. Or
or they are jealous at what they see, or they never get that what they see.
Yeah. But do you just ignore them?
Yeah, I
in
mostly
order to
do,
stay in your
as
own
long as
creative...
they're not hurting my models.
Oh yeah.
But I never comment on them.
Yeah.
Because it brings nothing.
Yeah.
When somebody is stupid, he's stupid.
And you lose energy.
I'm not a doctor.
Yeah. Yeah.
Now in the meantime, of course, I've been cutting around, so I have the whole circle now, round. I've also the lines connecting to each other. But now I go back to the front, because while it's drying, I see it jumps up. And I have still a hard line on this. So that means there's a curve in it that I don't really totally adapt. You see, till here it's straight, and then it bends in. So there I have to make a little movement into the line, and that I do by bending my fingers to the back and shaping it around. So take a small part of hair, set my fingers in, bend them to the back, and take that small part off. It's nothing, but it's a lot of difference. Because then I can make it my hairstyle.
Your unique Theo Knoop hairstyle.
What I'm always sending is the love of being a hairdresser. That's the most important thing. Otherwise I wouldn't make YouTube.
Yeah.
I think when you find the love of doing hair and not just doing hair, you have a wonderful job.
And that's also what, is that also, I have to ask it frame it as a question, like, is this also why you started a YouTube channel, to share the love for hairdressing? And
yes, when I started, because it's almost 10 years ago, a staff member of mine told me, oh, go on YouTube and see what's going on there. I never heard of YouTube because I'm an old-fashioned guy. So then I was watching YouTube and I saw beautiful girls with things in their mouth, even their own hair.
Yeah.
I saw people who were bald, shaved. I think bald is wonderful, but it's not a hairstyle. Yeah. I always tell that because bald is no hair, and for a hairstyle you need hair. So everybody's opinion is to have what they want. It's not a problem, and you can always put a wig on. That's also not a problem.
Yeah.
But what I also saw was end results, and not making of the hairstyles. So I started to make hairstyles the way they are, built up from the beginning to the end, and showing everything, because it's not normal, not to, for everybody laying in the lines to what I show you will be what you can do, because you have to practice a lot. It looks easy, but it isn't.
Yeah. So it's actually also kind of breaking this ideal image of the end result. And
when you have my salon, everything is open. Everybody may see. If it was totally to my thoughts, there will be cameras all around, so everybody can see all day what's happening.
Yeah.
That would be wonderful, but then you have problems in this time.
Yeah.
Because a lot of people don't want to get on anything.
That would be so cool, but then you will be sharing so much knowledge.
Yeah. But also the fun.
Yeah.
Because I work every half hour, I have a customer, and I do almost 80 customers a day.
18?
18.
18?
18, not 18.
Oh,
I come there in 18. A week or something like that. Because I work also 6 days, and now it's Sunday.
Yeah. And you're cutting more.
Yeah. And tomorrow I have also 3 models, so...
Oh wow.
But I love to be, when I not have to work, I love to do hair.
And how do you renew yourself if you're doing so many haircuts
just
each
watching,
day?
watching on the internet, watch what's happening, and watch on the streets, because the streets give always away how the people wear their hairs.
Yeah.
So that's why I also watch a lot on the streets. And for example, it's now getting autumn, so I love to see hair in the sun. because all the shades in red and all the shades in golden tones are so wonderful now.
Yeah. Yeah, and it matches the entire surroundings,
Yeah.
of course. Yeah.
And for example, when you go into springtime, then your platinum blonde is the most exciting color on the street.
Yeah.
Because the colors of the sun are there, then cool white tones,
Yeah.
because there's still a part of winter in it, and they reflects wonderful colors on light hair. But now, it's not for you, but you go to China, thank God for that.
Well, it's still hot there when we arrive,
Yeah,
so...
okay. It's also autumn when you arrive
Yeah,
there.
that's true.
So, yeah, then I try to adapt then on the lines. But what you see now is because everybody is going for grey colors, cold colors. Yeah, it's a bit hard for me because I think young people are wonderful with grey colors or cold colors, but I also love the red and the reddish colors.
Yeah.
Because I think it's the most sexiest color there is in the world.
Red.
Yeah, or orange, or
Yeah.
natural reds are so beautiful people.
Yeah, it is. It's so good. They're so beautiful.
Yeah, they are wonderful to watch.
Yeah.
I one time had a girl living near to my cell, and I saw another place in the center, was it? And every morning I went to my work, and she also went to work on a bicycle. And she was pure emotion for me because she had long hair, and I don't like especially long hair, but she had wonderful hair, and she did it with a natural coloring process.
Yeah.
So it was glowing like hell, and she always kept in front of me, driving in the direction of the sun. So her hair waved in the sun.
It's like a gift.
Yeah, and the colors moved me, and if there was a line of cars behind me, I drove a little bit farther, go in a side way, and then jump on it again, just to have the emotion of seeing moving hair, colors and shades.
Yeah.
So much I'm in love with hair, and especially autumn is a very exciting time because the weeds on the sides of the road waving in the wind.
Yeah.
That's also hairstyle. For me, it is.
Nature.
Yeah, it's just a wild thing, but.
Yeah.
I love the emotion that comes free with it.
Yeah.
So I love the emotions of doing hair.
And I know you also paint, and I know you also...
If I have time.
If you have time.
If I only have time.
But when you paint, you're also inspired by the weather and by storms coming towards you, right?
Yeah. And the night.
And the night.
Yeah, I'm an angel in the night. I love the night because it's very quiet. It's cool. I love cool things.
Yeah.
And there's so much in the daytime distraction of what you do that at night it's gone, and then you come to yourself. That's easier.
Yeah. And how do you think there's a relation between your paintings and the hairstyles that you make?
Sometimes it is, not always.
Yeah.
Because I don't drop hairs on painting. And sometimes there is, but not always. In the meantime, I use my small clipper of Kione to clean the sides.
Which feels so good.
Small hairs hanging in your ears. Now sometimes I have that, but mostly when I paint I go other direction because my parents always were working together and both were painters in free time.
Yeah.
My mother makes Dallas Blue when she was young.
Really?
Yeah. So she worked from her 9th in a factory.
Yeah.
And she made hand painting Dallas Blue. Not with molds and...
oh wow, the
so
traditional
I have also
ways.
work of that. I can always show one of the things that I have from my mother.
Yeah.
And my father was also a bit construction builder. And he was the head of a hospital here in Nijmegen. And he did all the things that make the hospital go the way a hospital should go. So remaining the condition of the buildings, everything what related on that.
Yeah.
But he died much too young while he was working.
Oh, while he was working.
Yeah.
It's so sad.
Yeah. He dropped that from a ladder.
Oh no, really?
Yes. They were working on it because there were some complaints about it, and they took out the hoe heet die moeren? Plugs. They put out the plugs out of the wall, and then the ladder was still hanging, and they are going for a coffee, and they did not put a sign on it. So my father had to go on the roof to inspect that. So he went on the roof, and then when he was up, it broke out. So he dropped that from
oh dear.
about 8 meters. And I was then 20 years old, the oldest of 5.
Yeah. Whoa. Did you already paint back then?
Yes.
Was painting
No,
a way
I did a lot of drawing.
Okay.
My father always made small studies into his agenda
Yeah.
while he was working, and they lay at home. So he gave them numbers, and he always put the lines of how big it should be and everything of that on the notebook.
Yeah.
And then he, because he worked a lot, he phoned home and then asked my mother, give me that and that, and then she would make sure that was standing ready.
Yeah.
And sometimes I've drawn his things on the paintings of sketches on the canvas, so he could see already the lines. I was very good in that because I was already a construction builder,
Yeah.
so I could work with lines.
Oh wow.
So that I did a lot.
And then you had like a merge of your father's work
And
your
of my
work
mother's work.
and your mother's work.
And my mother could do anything. She was a construction builder and a housewife in one. In the meantime, I'm ready with the haircut. So shaving out I do afterwards. So now I start with working out the outgrow and then going to work into the colors.
I'm so curious to see the colors.
Me too!
All the new toners.
Okay, made her a bleach. Made it with 20 volume, a blue bleach of glint. Just set in the outgrow. And put in a deep conditioner. Because now I have a wonderful conditioner that rebuilds everything. So I set a photo now in the video. Set in the outgrow, then I close my foil, wait for I think 15 minutes, 20 minutes. I tell you that, rinse it out, and then I can make the other colors. Putting a carton wig around the hairstyle. This is to protect for heating by the plastic foil, because the wand of the skull will certainly stay into the plastic foil. And when you don't put a carton wig on the skin, it will certainly be hotter than when you have no carton wig in between. So just stay watching, we'll be back. Now, this was on for 15 minutes and I controlled it and I see that the outgrow already is a lot lighter. So now I only have to get a little bit of the bleach into the ends, and this only has to last for a few minutes because it's already light of color, but I want to light it up a bit and it becomes yellow by the grease of the skin. Especially when you're young, it goes faster than when you're old.
Ah, I didn't know.
No, you stay young forever.
As long as my hair turns yellow, I'm young.
Thank God for that. Holy Moses. So this I massage a bit into the hairs. And there's not coming a smell of her hair or something because I don't have to cry.
No. It's very soft.
Don't cry for me, Argentina. The truth is, I never left you. Just so, a few minutes and then rinse it out. From coloring, her color was very fast going because 50 minutes and then you get this ultra light. There's no toner on it, so the hair is pure what it is. So now I'm going to work on conditioner based colors. I'll start with a color I mixed myself. Let's start in the back of her head and I made a parting on top. But that I'll show you when I have this conditioner color on her hair. And it's a toner conditioner. No peroxide, no nothing. Just a soft violet color. And it nurses the hair, of course, and that's why I put it on her hair. And Emmy loves swimming, and when she goes swimming 1-2 times, there's no color left.
No. That's so sad. Well, nowadays I don't swim in a swimming pool with chlorine anymore, but it's with salt.
Yeah.
So it takes like my hair colors to stay longer in the color. They fade slower, but still, yeah, that's a shame.
Yeah. But it's also nice because you ever come back to platinum.
That is true. It is true.
You've never been away from that color.
I can't choose between coloring my hair and swimming, so I'll do both.
Yeah. But that's also nice, so then you can make a change.
Yeah, yeah. Well, and sometimes when my hair colors back too soon, then at a certain moment I'm like, I want to color again, and then I use a red shampoo or something like that.
And then you have soft pink color.
Yeah, yeah.
And that is from Lakme. And they have colors in shampoo in all colors.
Yeah, and that's
red,
amazing, that stuff.
Copper, gold, violet, brown, gold. And also conditioners. So for those who have faded colors and want to stay long in color, watch for Lakme colors, shampoo and conditioner.
Yeah.
They are not expensive. I think when you take both together you're around 25 euros or something like that. Maybe 27, but not more than that.
Yeah, it nurses the hair as well.
Yeah, it's very nice to work with. And when you work with the shampoos on color on bleached hair, you get ultra transparent colors. And when you leave in the conditioner on bleached hair, you get a wonderful filled in color.
Filled in color?
Yeah, and more stable.
Okay, yeah.
So for example, you take a copper on this tone, you have real orange copper hair.
Yeah, yeah.
But when you do it with the shampoo, you have a natural copper color.
Ah, I see.
So that's the same with the shampoo red. You get soft pink colors.
Yeah.
But when you use the conditioner, you get a hard pink color.
Ah.
I think this color is wonderful. Also exciting to work with this. And I love the smells of it because there's more natural effects in it. No peroxides, no nothing. So it smells ultra nice.
Yeah. It smells good indeed.
And soft on your head, I think.
Yeah.
You don't feel this, it's not burning.
No, there's no tingling or something like that.
So now I turn a bit so you can see the parting of these lines, because I made a parting on it. And they're going to work in. Have a look. So I made a little bit a zigzag over the head. So there I'm going to work with. The color I'm going to work with is from Goldwell. It's a Lume Play. And this is one product to work with. Alleen al die dingen.
Still closed. Shall I help?
Nah.
5 minutes.
Nee, ik ook.
Maar dit is echt een schilderspalet zo.
Ja. Dat is ook het leuke ervan.
Yeah.
Now I take plastic for small parts, lay them over the collar and the first coloring. Then I part myself a line, not too thick. bluish purple. The nice thing is there's also a clear with it, so if you want to have a softer color in the same line, you can always put a clear on it. Take a new foil, lay it on the collar, take a new brush and take a new color. And take a new part. And so I'll work till I get on the other side of the fringe.
Oh, so only my fringe will be like different colors.
Yeah. Otherwise I think it's too much.
Ja.
Is leuk hè?
Heel
Spannend dingen doen hè? Het leuke van bij de kapper is ook alles goed terug.
Ja.
Dat vind ik ook leuk.
Ja.
So now I have transparent colors all over. So I have different layers and built up, and I've also mixed them with the clears. So I don't explain that all. But when she turns, you can see the pink I made myself. It's a nice old-fashioned pink, and then she gets nice shades in her hair. So wait a minute or 15, and then rinse it out. Now, for those who love capes, I was of course in London, and I found myself a wonderful cape. Watch this beautiful cape. So I put it on Emmy. Joost is still around, so it doesn't matter the boys.
I'm getting married.
Yeah. With a lot of roses. Zeg een foto ervan maken.
So cool, yeah.
Okay, gonna work this out. I use of Keunen prep spray. It smells really nice.
It does.
It does. Now lay the colors in line of coloring. Blow dry it with a medium light brush and work it out like that. My brush is of Ergo, and so I think a 3 centimeters brush. So it's around a thumb. En het leuke is dat het ook een beetje een bolkat is. Want je kunt hem naar achter en naar voren draaien.
Oh, dus je kan helemaal naar voren toe
Ja, ik doe hem nu naar voren stylen. Vind ik leuk.
Ja.
Dat doe je zelf het minst. En dan krijg je ook echt een beetje zo'n bolkat idee.
I'm so pretty,
So
so pretty. I'm as pretty can be.
This is also a wonderful product. It's from the blend of Keunen. It smells ultra nice.
Oh yeah.
Take this small amount. And just style it if the wind would blow through the hairs.
It's going to be nice with the storms outside. All that. the wind outside.
Or when you hurry up, you can still get a typhoon in China. Just past
Well, let's hope
Japan.
not.
No.
Yeah, for the colors of the hair, it's
I don't want a typhoon, I want a hurricane. Oh no, I want a tornado.
And so everybody wants their own things. Small amount of hairspray of Keulen.
Is it a flexible hairspray or is it a strong one?
Yes, it's a flexible. Because I can still play with it.
Yeah.
Otherwise it will be stiff.
Yeah.
This is my new hairstyle for Emmy. She can also wear it to the back. But now we blow dried it like a bowl cut. I thank you for being my model.
Thank you,
I
Theo.
thank you for watching.
For this wonderful haircut.
Emmy, will you turn this so they can see your hairstyle?
Yes.
Okay, then please do. I think you look stunning.
It feels good as well. I'm so happy, Theo. Thank you so much.
You're more than welcome, love.
It's going to give me a lovely new haircut. With some colors, I suppose. But it's still going to be a surprise for me. So I'm first going to turn and show you my haircut that he made about 2 months ago. Which I'm still very happy with though. Yeah.
Thank you very much.